Have you ever noticed that some days you feel compressed? You wake up, blink, and somehow the whole day is gone. Your to-do list is still sitting there untouched. Your brain feels scattered, and at the end of the day, you wonder, where did the time go? But then there are other days that you feel calm, focused, and clear. And somehow you get more done in 3 hours than you would normally get done in 3 days. I used to think that was random, but over time, I realized something huge. Time responds to your energy. Once I learned how to work with my energy, then against it, everything changed. Not only did I become more productive, but I became more peaceful. And that's what we're talking about today: how to expand time, how to stop feeling overwhelmed, and how to become extremely productive without burning yourself out. Because this is not about hustling harder, this is about energetic alignment. Welcome back to High Vibe Energy Collective. And if you're new here, my name is Lori. And on this channel, we talk about spirituality, energy, manifestation, intuition, abundance, and how to create a life that actually feels aligned. So if that's your vibe, make sure to subscribe and be part of our High Vibe community. Later in the video, I'll tell you my story about time expansion and how this experience convinced me that it was real and possible. It changed my life, and it can change your life too. One of the biggest shifts that I've had over the years is realizing time is not just a clock, it's an energetic experience. I know that sounds a little strange at first, but think about it. Have you ever gone on a vacation somewhere and feel like time just slowed down? Or maybe you had a really stressful week where everything moves so fast that you barely remember it. That is because your state of consciousness changes your perception of time. I remember a time in my life when I was trying to do everything. I was multitasking constantly, answering messages while eating, thinking about tomorrow when I was working on today. And I truly believed I just needed better time management. But honestly, what I actually needed was a nervous system regulation. Because when your energy is scattered, time feels chaotic. But when your energy becomes focused, time expands. That's why some people achieve massive things with ease, while others feel busy all the time, but they don't really move forward. It's not always about effort. It's about energetic coherence or getting in the state of flow. Stick with me and I will share with you actionable steps on how to get into this flow state. We've been taught that productivity means pushing harder, sleeping less, doing more, and just staying busy. But busy and productive are not the same thing. And honestly, I think a lot of people are just addicted to urgency because urgency can make us feel important, but urgency also disconnects us from our intuition. I had this realization one day when I was at my computer and really forcing myself to work. You know, those moments when you keep rereading the same sentence over and over. Your brain is exhausted, your energy is drained, but you keep trying to push through. And after 2 hours, I had barely accomplished anything. So I stopped. I went outside and I took a walk. I grounded my energy. And when I came back, I finished everything that I had wanted to accomplish in about 20 minutes. That's when it clicked for me. Alignment creates acceleration, not force. I'm looking forward to sharing with you the biggest productivity secret that no one really talks about. But first, let's talk about flow and the first actionable tip to get there. If you want to expand time, You need to learn how to enter the state of flow or energetic coherence. Flow state is where distractions disappear, focus increases, ideas come naturally, and time bends. And the beautiful thing is, flow is not random. You can train yourself to enter it. Here's one of the biggest things that helped me. Actionable tip 1: create a flow ritual. Before you start working on anything, pause. Seriously. Stop rushing into tasks energetically scattered. Take a few deep breaths, clear your space, put your phone away, and set an intention. Literally say things like, "Today I move with clarity, ease, and focus. Time expands to support me." I know sometimes people hear affirmations and they think they're silly, but your subconscious mind is always listening. Your energy follows your focus. And when you intentionally direct your energy before starting something, everything changes. If you are a follower of Abraham Hicks, this is what Esther calls segment intending. You select the segment in your day and make an intention of how you want that segment to go. And it's really fun. I do this even when I'm driving, right? Like this segment of my driving, I intend to arrive there easily, safely, and calmly, or whatever my intention might be for that day or that segment. And it works. So, when you step into your office, you make an intention for that segment. When you return home, you make an intention for that segment. When you start doing this and really going with the flow of your day and focusing your intention on the present moment, time expands. Now, I would love to share with you the biggest productivity secret that no one talks about. Here's something that completely changed my life. Your brain is not designed for constant switching. Every time you check notifications, jump between tasks, scroll social media, or answer random messages, you leak energy. And energy leaks create time leaks. This is why you can spend an entire day doing things, but feeling like nothing actually moved forward. And here's actionable tip 2: power hour. Choose one important task, not 5, just one. Set a timer for 45 to 60 minutes. During that hour, no phone, no multitasking, no distractions, and no checking messages. Just complete presence. And what's amazing is you start training your brain to focus deeply. Deep focus creates time expansion. So this next part is huge. Follow your energy, not just the clock, especially for intuitive and spiritually sensitive people. Most people try to force productivity at the wrong times, but your energy naturally moves in cycles. There are moments where you're more creative, more intuitive, more focused, more magnetic. Pay attention to these windows. For me, I noticed my clearest ideas come to me either early in the morning or late at night when everything feels quiet energetically. So instead of forcing myself into rigid productivity rules, I started honoring my natural flow and my productivity doubled. Actionable step 3: energy mapping. For 1 week, track when you feel most focused, when you feel mentally drained, and when creative ideas naturally come. Then organize your life around these energy patterns. Not everyone is designed to work the same way. And the more aligned you become with your own rhythm, the less resistance you'll experience. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, here's what happened to me that convinced me that time expansion is a real thing. Okay, so here's the story. This happened to me quite a few years ago when our youngest son was in preschool. And I actually was dropping him off at preschool, and I had roughly an hour before I had a coaching session that was scheduled. My husband had asked me to exchange this light fixture that we had purchased. So it was the wrong tone of the metal. So he wanted me to exchange it for the right tone. So our closest Home Depot store is about, I would say, 25 to maybe 45 minutes away, depending on traffic. And I thought, gosh, I would love to get this done in this period of time. But I knew I had a commitment right in an hour. So I set the intention that I was going to be able to exchange this light and be sitting at my desk ready for my coaching session at 10 to the hour, so in 50 minutes. And I thought, practically, I was like, oh gosh, this isn't going to work, right? Except I thought, nope, I'm going to set the intention and I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it. And if at any time I feel like I'm running out of time, I'll just turn around. I'll abort the mission, no big deal. So I was so excited about it. I really got into the state of flow, imagining how smoothly and easily everything would happen. So I started heading to the Home Depot, and miraculously, I caught every green light. I went into the Home Depot and I had to exchange something. So that means going to the dreaded return desk, right? But amazingly, there was no one in front of me. And the person at the desk was actually very helpful. So he called and said, oh, do you have this blah, blah, blah light fixture in this metal? And they were like, yeah. So they brought it up, they exchanged it, and I was on my way. And I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, they had it. Look at how easy this transaction went. So then I just headed home. And again, all the green lights, and I was sitting at my desk 10 minutes before my phone call. Now, logistically, just the driving time would have been the time that I had allotted. But because I set my intention, I focused on it, and I really let go of my expectation as far as, oh, I got to make it happen, right? I was like, nope, if it doesn't work out, I was going to turn around and it would be a fun experiment and I'm going to try it again. And it worked. And this experience convinced me that we can expand time and we can really get into this state of flow and use time to our advantage. So this is what really convinced me that we can really expand time to fit into what we need to do versus fit what we need to do into the time. It totally flipped my concept of the expansion of the day. I just love this experience. The key is to really follow the actionable steps, find out when you're in the flow, and release the expectation of forcing it to happen. Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, this is the experience that convinced me time is malleable. Now, let's go a little deeper spiritually. One of the fastest ways to expand time is to connect to your future self, because your future self already knows how to focus, prioritize, and move efficiently to accomplish the goal. And sometimes we waste an enormous amount of energy operating from overwhelm instead of identity and focus. So here's a powerful practice. Actionable tip 4. Before starting your day, ask yourself, how would the version of me who actually already has the life that I desire move through the day? Would they procrastinate? Would they overthink everything? Probably not. They would move intentionally, calmly, clearly. And when you embody that version of yourself now, you begin collapsing the timeline from where you are to where you want to be. You don't need to exhaust yourself to succeed. And you definitely do not need to live in survival mode to be productive. The more aligned your energy becomes, the more time seems to open up for you. Because true productivity is not about pressure. It's about presence. If this video resonated with you, please comment below Time expands for me. And let me know, which time leak are you eliminating from your life this week? If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. And as always, stay high vibe. See you in the next video.